Welcome students. Now we are studying uh, 10th standard geography chapter 1 land resources. Yesterday we have finished one video and this is a second video. The previous video we have studied about the resources, the classification of resources, reasons and consequences of indiscriminate uses of resources. In this video we will learn about the distribution of land in India. Then we'll see what factors influence the land use and what is the land use pattern that we generally observe in India. So let's start with land is a limited resource. We have limited land on the earth, and even our country India also has a 3.28 million square kilometer of limited land. But the uses of land are unlimited. We use land for forest. How forests are useful to us, they give us clean air, neutralize some bad gases. Agriculture, our food requirement depend on agriculture. Even for human settlement we need land. To set up industries give us lots of things that we needed in our day-to-day life. So to set up those industries we need land. Communication depends on the mobile phone, satellite receivers, transponders. We need, for that we need land to set up them. And obviously for transportation, for all these purposes, even there are lots of purposes that I cannot list here, we need land for. So let's see more about these resources. So how land is distributed in India? What the major landform? Last year in the geography, physical features of India, you have studied about major landforms, but here we won't see all of them. Precisely, we have mountains. What percent of mountains we have? 30% of mountains we have in a country, including both the Himalayas, Eastern Ghat, Western Ghat, Sahyadri, Satpura, Aravalli, Vindhya, including all that. We have almost 30% of Indian land under the mountains, and the mountains are also very useful to us. They are important source of water. Even we know the Himalayan rivers, the name shows that the rivers come from Himalayas. Even most of the peninsular rivers, they originate on Western Ghat, and some other mountains also rivers originate. So so they are important source of clean water. Even tourism is an important places. Huge revenue can be generated to tourism, and environmental aspect also, they're very important. Then plateaus. What percent of plateaus do we have? We have 27% Indian land as plateaus. Plateaus are rich in the mineral resources and the fossil fuels. And plains, obviously, northern plain is a breadbasket of India. So northern plain is the best land for in India for agriculture. Of course, the rest of India also has cultivable land. This is how the various landforms are useful to us. Even last year also we have studied them in physical features of India geography chapter. Let's move on now. Here we'll see land use pattern. What is the land use pattern? Land use pattern or land utilization in India. What are the various purposes we use land for? Land use pattern means what are the various purposes we use land in India for. So let us summarize all the uses of land under certain categories. Forest, we have some amount of land which is under the forest cover. We'll discuss all these points in due course of time. Then we have land which is not available for cultivation. It means land not available for agriculture. So what is done on that land? Either that is a barren land or wasteland. Barren means not suitable to grow crops. Wasteland means maybe suitable but not used for anything. And then land used for non-agriculture purposes means any kind of construction work other than agriculture. Then we have net sown area. It means the total area under agriculture. Then we have fallow land. What is the fallow land? This is agricultural land but not used for agriculture at that particular time. Even land suitable for agriculture but for at a particular time not used for cultivation. Even these are two categories: current fallow land and other than current fallow land. We'll see the difference between these two. And we have other uncultivated land. See, if you consider all these things, the most important is cultivation. That is the main important thing dividing these categories. What is other cultivated land? Permanent pastures, that is the grazing land for animals. Land under miscellaneous tree crops, tree groups, not crops, tree groups. And cultural labor suitable for agriculture. Wasteland, matlab land is suitable for agriculture but not used for agriculture. then you say it is similar to fallow land. Yes, it is similar to fallow land, but we'll see the difference between all these one by one. So before we'll go to the land use pattern, we'll focus the two major factors, physical factors and the human factors that influence the land use pattern. Let us see the physical factors first. The topography. Topography means how is the surface of the land, whether it is plateau or plain or mountain or desert, what kind of topography surface of the land is. That also has important impact to decide whether the land is used for what purpose. Then the climate of an area, of course, hot desert, cold desert, pleasant climate, that also is important. Then the soil type, is that soil suitable for agriculture or not. Thar desert, we do not do agriculture because the soil is not there, this is only sand, soil not suitable for cultivation. These are the physical factors. What are the human factors? The population density, how densely the area populated is. Then technical capabilities, how much technology is available to the people living in that particular area. Higher technology available, less people involved in agriculture. Less technology available, more people involved in agriculture. And finally, culture and tradition. There are some people, don't look at these dances. These dances are only symbolic of culture and tradition. Dances has got nothing to do here. It means there are some communities in India which want to practice agriculture only, even the tribal communities. They by their own not interested in modern societies. They themselves don't want to do some modern use of technology. They are happy with their old tradition and culture. So these aspects are important to decide the land use pattern. Now let's actually move to the land use pattern. So what is the total land India has? We studied last year in geography chapter 1. We have 3.28 million square kilometer of land. That accounts for, I hope you remember, what percent of the total land on the earth? 2.4%. But out of this 3.28 million square kilometer of land, we know what this land is used for, what purpose, only of 93%. मतलब हमको सिर्फ 93% land का ही land use pattern पता है. We know the land use pattern of only 93% of Indian land. What about the 7% land? Let's see why we do not know the remaining 7% land use data. Number one is some inaccessible areas in northeast. Northeast means the seven sister: Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Tripura, Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram. All these seven states are the northeastern state. Only Assam's data we have. Other states data we do not have. Reason is these areas are highly inaccessible, dense forest, and the government have left those areas with those people. They follow their culture and tradition. So government is not government want, but government don't want to interfere into the culture of these people. Except Assam, other areas we do not have enough land use data available. So this is some percent. Rest is some of the Indian land has been illegally occupied by Indian neighbors. For example, this green area, that is Kashmir, the Kashmir that has been joined to India after the king of Jammu and Kashmir before independence, Raja Hari Singh, signed the instrument of accession, the document that declared that his kingdom, that is Raja Hari Singh's kingdom, now onward will be the part of India. According to that accession, Raja's decision, that is Indian land. But later on, Pakistan attacked on this land soon after independence. So this land is with, even now, it's controlled by Pakistan. So this is, we call it Pak occupied Kashmir, that is POK, Pak Adhikrit Kashmir. Pakistan is actually controlling this area, so we do not go there. So this is the line of control. Indian land but illegally occupied by Pakistan. And this area is Aksai Chin, that is again the Indian land but illegally occupied by China. So this is known as Aksai Chin, and this area is in Pakistani area. Pakistan has given to China. It's China's strategic planning, whatever it is there. So this area we do not know the land use pattern. Rest all India we know what land is used for what purpose. Let's move to the basic land use pattern now. First we'll focus on forest. According to the National Forest Policy, we need minimum 33% of land under forest cover, which is very important to maintain the balance of the nature. If we do not have this amount of land under forest cover, environmental pollution would be very troublesome. So we need, for the ecological balance, we need minimum 33% of land. But a sad story is that Indian forest cover till now never reached to that figure, not even close to that figure. It's very far away from this figure. Even we should not forget that the people, those people, the tribals, those who depend on this forest, and the people living in the villages on the outskirts, matlab borders of this forest, their life also depend on these forests. And the ecological balance we have already discussed. So what percent of land should be under forest cover? Indian Forest Policy Act 1952 says that minimum 33% of land must be under forest cover. And what is total land we have? 3.28 million square kilometer. Okay, 32 lakhs 87,263 million square kilometer. This data I have collected from Government of India's website. In 2005, what area was under forest cover? 6,77,088 square kilometer. That was only 20.60% of total land in India under forest cover. We are much away from the desired 33%. That increased in 2007 to 21.02. 1%? No, 1%, even less than half percent. See, 20.60, hardly 0.42% land was increased. And this again, very negligible increase. And 2013, slightly, but still far away from, we can say, it satisfactory. This is the condition of forest cover in India. Next, we'll see land available for, not available for cultivation. There are two types of land which you can say that not available for cultivation, that is barren land and wasteland. Barren land मतलब land unfit to grow agriculture crops, मतलब वो जमीन जो एग्रीकल्चर करने के लायक नहीं है, बंजर जमीन हम जिसको बोलते हैं, और वो जमीन मतलब वेस्टलैंड भी होती है. सो दिस लैंड इज नॉट यूज फॉर कल्टिवेशन. मतलब पिछले 5 सालों से दिस लैंड हैज नॉट बीन यूज्ड for cultivation. Why I'm focusing on this 5 years? Because remember I told you earlier, fallow land. This is related to fallow land. The land which is not used for cultivation for more than 5 years, or the land which is not suitable for cultivation, unfit for cultivation, is called barren land. Of course, this land can be used for settlement or can be used for industry, but this land ever not used for this purpose. The total wastage, barren land, wasteland means total wastage of the precious land resource that we have with us. We'll see the percentage of also of this in the further videos. Then land not available for agriculture use, or land used for non-agricultural use. Here comes every kind of construction, whether construction for your industries, for factories, for houses, for road construction, for amusement park, whatever you say. If you use that land to construct anything, that comes under that land is no more available for agriculture. So land not available for agriculture. This is another use of land use pattern. Okay, I hope this is also clear. Now net sown area. What is the net sown area? This is the actual area under cultivation. जो जमीन पे सच में किसानी हो रही है, एग्रीकल्चर हो रहा है, जो the land which is yielding us food, the land which is giving us food is the net sown area. The net sown area which is at this time is under cultivation. This area is also known as gross cropped area. मतलब total crop जिस पे crop उग रही है, this is also known as gross cropped area. ये कितना इंडिया में? Almost 45.5. But if you use current fallow land and other than current fallow land, that area goes to 54%. मतलब आधे से ज्यादा जमीन हमारे देश में अनाज के लिए रिजर्व है. ऑफ कोर्स कुछ जमीन ऐसी है जो कि एज ऑफ नाउ एट प्रेजेंट अनाज नहीं उगा रही है, लेकिन रिजर्व फॉर एग्रीकल्चर. गवर्नमेंट रिकॉर्ड में वो एज एग्रीकल्चरल लैंड ही है. There are some states where the NSA, net sown area, was more than 80%, and some state less than 10%. This graph will clear the idea for you. Net sown area, there are throughout the year land is under cultivation. और इंडिया में तो एक ऐसा मतलब शुगर केन ही ऐसा है जो पूरा एक साल लेता है ग्रोथ के लिए. बाकी तो क्रॉप्स ऐसे, some are rabi crops, some are kharif crop, that we have studied last year. Let's move on now. Now we'll see fallow land. What is fallow land? Fallow land is a land which is agricultural land but not used for agriculture. So there are two reasons. Current fallow land, other than current fallow land. The difference is very easy. The difference is of time limit. Suppose you are a farmer and you have used your land continuously for 3 to 4 years. Now you think that the fertility of a land is reduced. So farmers generally, what do? They do not use the land for one cropping season or two cropping season, so that land would regain its natural fertility. Okay, so for this period of time, for one cropping season or two cropping season means 1 year. If the land is left unused, agricultural land is left unused, but intention is to use that land next year, then that land is current fallow land. एक साल या उससे कम समय के लिए यदि जमीन को एग्रीकल्चर के लिए इस्तेमाल न करके खाली छोड़ दिया जाता है, then it is called as fallow land. But suppose your land's fertility is used exhausted a lot, your land may need more than 1 year, then it is more than 1 year means other than current fallow land. But remember, more than one land, that is a limitless criteria. More than one but less than 5, more than one but less than 5 years. If land is left, agricultural land left unused, more than one, less than 5, that is called as other than current fallow land. If more than 5, then we have already studied wasteland. Okay, reason could be any reason, maybe fertility or farmer don't have money, or for any reason. पर गवर्नमेंट के रिकॉर्ड में ऐसा होता है कि ये जमीन को पिछले एक साल से ज्यादा समय से एग्रीकल्चर के लिए यूज नहीं किया गया. And we have already seen, if the current fallow land and the other current fallow land are included under the net sown area, our country's net sown area goes to straight away 54%. Now the last type of land that we'll see here, other uncultivated land. What is other uncultivated land? There are three categories here too. Category number one, permanent pastures and grazing land. Permanent pastures means the same land reserved for grazing, जानवरों के चराईगाह के तौर पे चरने के लिए, जानवरों को खाना खाने के लिए छोड़ दी जाती है. See, Indian agriculture still not industrialized sector. Most of the farmer depend on their livestock, their cows, their buffaloes, their oxen. They depend on their agriculture for. And this Indian farmers also mostly carry their other activities. So Indian farmers have lots of animals often. So these animals need to eat their regular diet, and the animals are taken to a specific area where there is a vegetation has grown, especially for animals to graze. This is known as the grazing land. If you are a farmer, you need a grazing land for your cattle to graze, to eat their food. And continuously we can see that the grazing land is being reduced in size, and that is a matter of worry and a matter of concern. Now land under miscellaneous tree crops means, what is the miscellaneous tree crops? This is land which is not attended by anyone. Generally this kind of land you can see when you travel from one city to another city, and when you come out of a city and we have not reached your destination city, there are some land in between these two cities. Nobody takes care, so random natural vegetation grow there. This is miscellaneous tree crops. You do not consider this a farmland. Neither this is not cultivated by anyone. Nobody takes care of it. क्या बोलेंगे उसको? पड़ी हुई land, unattended land, and the natural trees grow there. That is miscellaneous tree crops. Even this land can be used for forest or can be used for cultivation. Cultivation के लिए तो नहीं, because इतने दूर जाएगा कौन farmers? फिर नहीं farmers की बस्ती बसानी पड़ेगी. But at least if you plant their scientific forestry and grow forest, that could be more useful. एंड कल्चरेबल वेस्टलैंड मतलब ऐसी जमीन जो कि एग्रीकल्चर के लिए सुटेबल है, लेकिन अब वो फार्मर्स के हाथ में ही नहीं बची, अब उस पर कभी एग्रीकल्चर होने वाला नहीं है. द बेस्ट एग्जांपल इज सम पीपल हैव बॉट द लैंड, एग्रीकल्चर लैंड, एंड कन्वर्टेड दैट लैंड इनटू प्लॉट्स, डाइवर्टेड प्लॉट्स टू बी सोल्ड टू द पीपल टू कंस्ट्रक्ट. सो गांव में ऐसे बहुत सारे रियल एस्टेट डेवलपर्स होते हैं जो कि एग्रीकल्चर लैंड खरीद के उसको डेवलप करते हैं, उसको प्लॉट्स में कन्वर्ट करते हैं, और एक बार वो प्लॉट्स में कन्वर्ट हो जाए, जो भी उसे खरीदता है वो अपने कंस्ट्रक्शन के लिए खरीदता है. बट लैंड इज स्टिल fit for cultivation, but that land will never be used for cultivation. So as agriculture land, that is a west land, culturable west land. Of course west नहीं है वो, उस पर जब कंस्ट्रक्शन करेंगे लोग रहेंगे, जरूरतें पूरी होंगी. It will be used in the second category that we have already studied. These were the major land use patterns that we observe in India. So what have we seen till now? We have seen that there is a limited land on the earth, but the use is immense. The broad distribution of land in India is between plains 43%, mountains 30%, and plateaus 27%. Then there are some physical and human factors that have their impact on the land use pattern in the country. Then we see there are certain land use patterns, broadly forest, land not available for cultivation, net sown area, fallow land, and other uncultivated land. So here we have come to the end of this. So in the next video we'll study about the land degradation, what is land degradation, and what are the conservation measures to how to conserve those land, how to avoid that land degradation, various reasons. That will in the next video. I hope whatever we have discussed in this video you have understood it. Keep learning, take care. If there's any doubt you can ask in the comment, or we will have a live streaming also for that. Keep learning, take care. Until then, goodbye. Thank you so much.